Oh my God, Justin, I fixed the noise. Or do I hear it? Oh God, I'm hearing it again. I'm hearing those voices. Hi, everybody. What's up? And welcome back to Unhinged with Chris Klemens. I am Chris Klemens, and I am even more so excited for this episode because I am sort of changing up the podcast a little. One of my favorite things that I've done with the live shows is that I interact with the audience. I guess people would call that crowd work. I find that so cringy and like, ugh. But I just enjoy it so much. And when I did my stand-up special last month in Brooklyn, I'll do a story time episode maybe one day about the stand-up special, but I just really wanted to make sure people felt like they got their money's worth. And since I wasn't doing an Unhinged with Chris Klemens podcast episode, I just spent like 2 hours like having the audience tell me things, ask for advice, etc. And it was not only the funniest I've ever felt in a minute, but it was also some of the most fun I've ever had truly in the 11 and a half years of me being a public facing person, I guess. And so listen, we have done voicemails, we have done emails, and guys, we have officially entered our live caller era, baby. That is right. We are taking live calls. And I like, now that I'm saying it out loud and I'm like in the seat with like the lights, I'm like, oh my God. But I really am so excited. This is something that I just feel like makes so much sense, having done street interviews in New York. If you don't know, I have done those on my YouTube channel for like 8+ years probably at this point. But I just really love interacting with strangers and talking and just like, I don't know. I feel like it's one of my strengths. And so I feel like I was just trying to, with this podcast, be a good podcast and like have a show. And I just, to be honest, like I really loved a lot of the episodes we've been doing, but a lot of them have just felt so slapped together. So like just not me and not representative of me. I felt like I was trying to be funny and trying to be this and that. And I've been looking forward to filming this episode all day. Like I was going to film it yesterday, but I didn't. I've been looking so forward to filming this. And that's what this should be about. And I think that will translate. So you guys, be sure to follow my Instagram, Chris Klemens, and the Unhinged with Chris Klemens Instagram. Be sure to follow both of those because we'll be posting on the stories when we are recording so that you can call in. Oh, and for the after show, people have left voicemails to this number because you can. And so we're going to go through the voicemails on the after show and, divulge the episode a little bit more. It's really fun. We do it on patreon.com/Chris Klemens. I think that we'll be doing these so much more now because, like I said, I just really enjoy this. I mean, I have spent so much time trying to figure out how to make this happen. We were trying it through Zoom for a second, and now we're just have a phone number. I have like these sexy little in-ears. I feel like a fucking pop diva, but I have like spent so much time trying to figure this out and so many trips to technology stores. I think I've been to like every fucking technology store in Delaware. The in-ears are funny though, because I wanted something that like was low impact. So like if I did TikToks out of this, it wouldn't look insane with giant headphones. I like this just like, haha, I'm so sleek and what? I'm hearing it all? Yes, I am. But it's funny that I have these because at the beginning of Unhinged, like episode 1 through like 15, Justin, Sam, Jake, and I would joke about getting like those pop star in-ears for me as the headphones, and we never did. But like, I literally feel like I have them. Like, thank God too. These were so much. These were like $99. I was like, yeah, you're coming home with me. Thank you. Okay, now before we get into the live calls, I just want to remind you guys, if this is your first time listening to Unhinged with Chris Klemens, wow, welcome, and give us a chance because this might be a bumpy ride or the greatest thing that's ever happened. But you can subscribe to Unhinged with Chris Klemens wherever you get your podcast. We do video episodes up on youtube.com/@unhinged. Like I said, we do an after show on patreon.com/Chris Klemens. And also, I would love to remind you to rate and review each episode as it helps us out greatly. Okay, we have opened up the phone lines. lines if you want to save this number in your phone so you can just call it every time we record. But the number is 667-577-0807. You can call in if you need any stories, any advice, any... We are getting a call. Oh my God, let's go. Hello?
Wait, are you actually... Is this like not a joke?
No, you're on Unhinged with Chris Klemens, baby. What's your name?
But I'm watching Trisha right now.
Well, turn Trisha off. She's always going to be there, babe. I mean, what the fuck kind of disrespect? You're the first call ever in this format. And it's, oh, well, I'm busy watching Trisha. You called, girl. What's up? What's your name? Where are you from?
Sarah. I'm from Atlanta. I've been watching you for fucking forever. I love you.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. Now, what do you have to say? What are you calling in about?
Shit, I don't know. You just posted on Instagram like...
Well, yeah, I posted on Instagram that said, like, do you have a crazy story? Need any advice?
I have some crazy stories.
Okay, well, let's hear it, Sarah. Let's hear this crazy story.
Okay, so I went on a date like 3 weeks ago to a concert that some guy had invited me out.
Okay, what was the concert?
Go to the Starfucker, like the early indie 2010s.
Like MySpace vibes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, very much so.
I'm familiar.
So I was going on a date with this guy. I wasn't really interested, but he'd been hitting me up and I mentioned I wanted to go to the concert and he bought me a ticket. So I was like, fuck it, let's go to this concert.
You're a businesswoman. I really applaud that. That's a power bitch move right there.
So we get to the concert. I'm not feeling it. I kind of know that it's one of those things where we're not going to really talk again afterwards. And we're in the pit and some girl comes up to him.
But I have to interrupt you. Were you finna be in the pit or were you like supposed to be in the pit? Sorry, the way that my brain is filled with so much rot.
No, but same. I'm always like gonna be in the pit, but like we were maybe like third row. It was like an hour before the concert started. No craziness was happening yet, and some girl came up to us and like tapped him on the shoulder, started talking, and I was like, oh, okay, they know each other.
Oh my God!
She looks at me and she goes, "Are you Sarah?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am." And she looks at me and she's like, "Oh, I saw you on Instagram. I saw that you were like in a breakup recently, like glad you're back out there." And I'm like, how the fuck, how do I know you?
You don't know this person at all?
No, I don't know this person. So I'm like, who, how do I know you? Like, did we go to college together? Who are you? And she looks at me in front of the guy that I'm on a date with. And she goes, "Oh, we matched on Tinder." And I was like, oh, okay. And then I look at them and I'm like, how do y'all know each other? And she was like, "Oh, we matched on Tinder." And I was like, okay, word. Okay, cool. So it was just very uncomfortable.
No, I feel uncomfortable hearing about this in a different state on a different day, probably a different year. What the fuck?
Worse, because I'm always in it for the bit and the plot development.
I'm sorry, stop right there. If a man ever says to you, "I'm doing it for the bit," run the other fucking way. That is diabolical. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm no better than a man, apparently, because long story short, he went to the bathroom or to like get me a drink or something. And I leaned over to her and I was like, just like out of curiosity, did y'all like hook up? Like anything I should know, any red flags? And she looked at me and she was like, "Girl, don't waste your time." And I was like, all right, bet. So he comes back from the bathroom or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool, band's going to start in 20 minutes. I'm going to go to the bathroom. And she looks at me and she's like, "Oh, is it weird if I run to the bathroom with you?" And I was like, "No, it's fine. Whatever. This is a whole weird experience."
If you guys don't hook up in the bathroom, hang up the phone.
Yeah, so that happened.
Yes! Oh my God. That is gay rights in action. Oh my God.
While he was holding our drinks at the show, like he was in the pit holding both of our drinks while we were in the bathroom hooking up.
That is fucking feminism. That's incredible, Sarah.
I watched the whole show. Like I watched the whole 2-hour show. I even kissed him like once or twice. Just to like.
Did he recognize the taste in your mouth was from the other girl as well? Or no?
No.
Okay.
No. But to this day, I feel really bad. He does not know that happened. And he has reached out to me on Instagram being like, yeah, it's so weird. That girl that like I like slept with one time was like with us the whole night.
Oh my God. You were like, oh no,
really
she's been with me much longer than that one night, doll. Oh.
Yeah, so that's the first story I could think of off the top of my head.
No, I mean, you really delivered. You really did that.
What's a bi woman got to do in this world to get by? Like, I saw an opportunity and I took it.
No, truly, what's a bi got to do to get by? You couldn't have said it better. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome. I'm going to have to go watch this immediately.
Oh my God, get on it, girl. Alrighty, bye.
All right. Have a good one. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Wow, that felt like living in a chapter of a Wattpad story. We're getting another call. This is so exciting. Hello and welcome to Unhinged with Chris Klemens, who is calling.
This is Jordan.
Hi, Jordan. How are you?
I'm great.
What are you calling in about?
I have a crazy roommate story for you.
Oh, I love a crazy roommate story. Hit us.
My roommate, I know. Okay, so let me give a little bit of background detail. So I moved in with this girl in January. I only vaguely knew her from work, but it was a very good opportunity for me to move, so I did. This girl...
Wait, I have to ask two questions getting into this. When did this take place? Recently?
January.
Oh, shit. Okay. And then what's the general age range that you guys fall under?
She's 18.
Okay.
I'm 20. She's 18.
Oh, okay. So oh my God, you guys have your whole lives ahead of you. Okay, got it.
Well, I do. Maybe not for her, but I do.
Not that.
I promise you'll understand. Okay. So I moved in and there's two other roommates there. They're super great. They're super awesome. But this one girl, she has a dog. Well, she had a dog and her name was Soul. And
the dog or the girl?
What's up?
Was the dog's name Soul or the girl's name Soul?
The dog's name was Soul, yeah.
Okay, got it. Sorry, I'm already confused with how many players are in this story.
Oh, yeah, no worries. You need to get all the details. I get it. So the girl ended up being, when I moved in, I found out that she was kind of like a little bit neglectful to the dog. And so I decided like, hey, like I'm a very avid animal lover. I've grown up around dogs my whole life. So I decided to sit down and have a talk with her. I was like, look, leaving a dog in a crate for 12 hours straight, no potty breaks or anything is like it's abuse. You can't just do that. And the dog was, when I moved in, I think she was about 6 months old. So she was still a puppy.
Oh my God.
Still had that crazy puppy. I know. Still had that crazy puppy energy. And just was not being taken care of, being left alone for hours and hours because this girl was in school and working full time. And so ended up talking to her. She was like, yeah, like you're so right. Like, let me like make all these changes. Like, I promise, like, I'll do this. Like, I do love her so much. And I was like, okay, great. Like, I'm sure this will be fine from here on.
Yeah, like constructive criticism. Like, right. That sounds very mature. Nice. Honestly, for y'all being 18 and 20, this is very mature communication skills. I'm like, okay, fuck, work.
Well, I am honestly, kudos to my parents. I am still very, very close with them and kind of was talking to them about this. I'm like, look, I don't want to just leave this dog like this. I need to talk to her. But
you were like, bitch, my Christmas presents this year better be lit. Okay, I'm doing the Lord's work.
I know, right? So, they told me to just talk to her and be nice about it. And so I was. And things did change for about a week. And then instead of leaving the dog in, I know, right? And then instead of leaving the dog in the crate, it was leaving her outside and it was freezing out. I mean, it was January. So it was probably like sub 30, 20 degrees. So I would bring the dog inside, but she would leave her room locked. So I would just be out in the living room with the dog. And it's not my dog. It's not my responsibility.
So she went from thinking, you're right. It is really awful to keep it in a crate for so long. Let me put it outside in the freezing cold for that duration?
Yes, sure did. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Uh-huh.
What she makes up for in communication skills, she lacks in just approximately every other aspect.
And just common sense in general. And so eventually it kind of got to a point where, because like I said, I was taking the dog in because I'm like, I'm not just going to exist in this house while this dog is barking and crying to get inside. So I would just take her in and, she was a puppy
And she was very, very untrained. So she was a nightmare. And so I would try and like train her a little bit here and there as I could. But, you know, again, I'm not the owner. It's not my responsibility. I work 50 hours a week. You know, I have a life. I didn't get a dog for a reason because I don't have the time or money for that.
Well, that's the thing that like always gets me is these people who like get, or it's the same as like people who have kids when just to like, for the idea of having a kid. It's like, this is a real living thing that you are responsible for. Like, this is one of the greatest responsibilities you could put yourself through. Like,
no, literally.
And I mean, I understand at like 18, you don't understand that fully, but holy fuck,
and
dude.
Let me tell you the breed of the dog really quick, too. The breed was a mix of a Malinois and an Aussie. So two extremely high energy, very hardworking dogs.
I'm going to have to ask you to repeat the name of the first breed.
It was a Malinois, like a Belgian Malinois, typically like a Malinois? Malinois.
What the fuck is the spelling of Malinois?
It's Malinois, I think.
Oh, it's like a German Shepherd.
Like a German Shepherd. Yeah, but it's like higher energy German Shepherd.
Google said, "Did you mean like Moana?" No, sadly I didn't. Sadly I didn't, Google. No. But thank you.
Of course.
So it's a very high activity dog.
Yeah, no, exactly. A very high, like, demand dog. Like, this dog is built for working hard, being a great dog, but it wasn't being given that opportunity to show that it could do all of that. And so that's kind of why I was, you know, kind of training it and stuff loosely. But again, I don't have the time, you know, to do all that. So talk to her again. And I'm like, dude, like, I think that it may be time for you to rehome this dog. I think that this is a really bad situation for the both of you. I think that, you know, maybe you should wait to get an animal. And, you know, maybe if you want to get an animal, you know, get like a cat or something, you know, a little bit less,
or like start with like a fucking Maltese or something that you could at least throw in your bag on the way to work or class or whatever. And it's like, oh, that's my comforter. That's my security stuffed animal. No, it's not a real dog. Like, what?
Yeah. And this dog was also being a little bit underfed. And I don't really think that that was her fault. I think the dog was growing a lot faster than she thought that she would. So eventually she did start feeding her more, which was good. But like, she just was not being taken care of. She was being abused. It turned from neglect to actual abuse. And I just was like so over that. So this girl had this trip to Honduras planned with her family. It was like 10 or 11 days.
Not a trip to fucking Honduras. I mean, what? Let me guess. Her plan was just to leave the dog outside and be like, well, it's an animal.
Well, not quite. She called everyone that she could to like watch the dog. But of course, fucking nobody wanted to watch it because it's not trained. It's a nightmare dog. And so it kind of just got left on me because I already lived there. And so at some point she was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I think I'll just have to leave her here. And I'm like, dude, like, I didn't agree to this. Like, this is so not fair to me. And I thought when she had left that she had brought the dog to like someone in her family to stay with her. No, the dog was at home when I woke up. So it was on me to watch the dog.
Oh, and my God.
For 11 days.
Oh, did you get paid?
No. Of course not.
Honey, an invoice would have been slid under that door into her inbox and taped to her fucking forehead.
Well, there was when she got back, but I'll tell you why. So 2 days into watching this dog, this dog attacks me. And it's not just a little like nibble, like play bite. It's a full on attack. I had to fight the dog off of me.
Wait. How big is the dog at 6 months, right? Like in this scenario?
Probably like around 60 pounds.
60?
So she's a pretty big dog. She was a pretty big dog.
Wait, like 6-0?
And, you know, I've grown up with big dogs, so I know how to get them off of me. Yeah, 6-0, not 16, 6-0.
That, first of all, I'm just shocked a 6-month-old puppy is 60 pounds. And two, that you fought off a 60-pound dog. Like, my dog Booger is 63 pounds. And I mean,
I know, and
she makes me lift her up onto bed. And like that, some nights I'm like, well, there goes my lower back. Not that it's really ever been here. But...
No, and you know, my parents have a yellow lab golden retriever mix, and she's about the same. And like, it's like, she's huge. She's a big dog. And it was really scary. I'm still kind of honestly traumatized by that. And the roommate doesn't reach out to me. Like, I texted her and I was like, look, like, your dog just fucking attacked me. Like, I am no longer watching your dog. I am going to be bringing her to one of your family members I've been in contact with. Ended up not working out the family member, but her boyfriend ended up taking the dog. And I was like, why the fuck didn't he take her in the fucking first place?
Yeah, no, you took those words just completely out of my mouth.
I know, dude. And so and by the way, this whole situation was probably, I think it was in March. So it had been only 3 months since I had moved in.
Shut the fuck up. Like, at that point, I would just be comfortable to be like,
Chris.
so do you want some of the food I cooked? Oh my God.
No, and then also, can you watch my dog for 10 days? Okay, bye.
No, not only watch my dog. Like, that is like what I would ask a friend. Would you watch my dog?
Yeah.
This is, will you train my brand new on this planet puppy who requires like a marathon a day of exercise. And then also, by the way, keep your guard up because she will attack you. That's fucking crazy. Well, like, she buried the lead big time.
I promise you, Chris, it gets crazier. So she eventually gets back from her trip. And like I said, we worked together. And so I didn't see her until we were both at work again. And she comes up to me and she tries to give me like a big hug. And she's like, I missed you so much. Like, how are you?
Oh.
And I looked at her and I was like, we'll talk when we're at home. Like, don't do this right now.
You cosplay as her dog and attack her.
Yeah. And so
I would have fought in the office. HR would have gotten involved.
Oh my God, no. I wanted to, but I was like, look, let me be mature about this. Let me be the bigger person.
Right. I forgot that you guys have more maturity than me, a 30-year-old. That's great.
So we get home and I rally up our roommates, the other two roommates. And
where are they in this? Wait. Where are they during this?
So they were both on like spring break. So they were both in a different part, like with their families. They were in a different part of town.
So good for them. I'm so happy for them.
I know, dude. I know. I'm a little bit jealous. But like I said, like, they're super sweet. When they came back, they ended up like, they helped me change the dressing on my like bite marks from the dog. Like, again, like I said, they are just the sweetest people. So we all have this conversation. We call her outside. We're out front talking. Guys. We have a big front yard, so no one can hear us. And I'm like, hey, like, I think you need to rehome this dog. This is not fair. The dog bit me.
This is, wait. Just to clarify, this is You Need to Rehome the Dog Part 2, the sequel.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Holy shit.
This is me saying, and this isn't, I think, this is all of us saying, you need to rehome the dog or you need to move out.
Yeah, no, this is like Snooki and JWoww typing the letter. It's like very much like this is the law of the land. Yes.
Well, and so this is where I find out that the dog had actually bitten our other roommate in the past. And I was not told about this. Yeah. So she bit my other roommate, and the roommate, like, her name, I don't want to say her name, so I'm going to make like Sally is this.
Okay, we love Sally. Name. Sally's beauty, Sally's bite marks. Sally's been through it all. Poor Sally.
So Sally, the crazy roommate, she goes, yeah, I already actually like have been posting on Facebook that like I'm getting like this dog rehomed, which I didn't believe. I don't have her on Facebook, so I couldn't like verify that, but I don't think she was. And we gave her 3 weeks to rehome the dog, or we were going to bring her to this local like shelter, like a rehabilitation center for like untrained dogs that were like usually dogs in the street, but since this dog is also not trained, it would be perfect to bring her there.
Yeah.
And they are a no-kill shelter. They do not put the animals down. They don't do anything like that.
Love that.
We were like, we're at the end of the 3 weeks. If you don't rehome her, we're going to bring her to this place. So the conversation ends up going pretty well for that part. And then she goes, hey, Jordan, my name is Jordan. I think I told you.
Yeah, no, that was like the first thing you told me.
Like, yes, that's right. You're right. She goes, hey, Jordan, like, can we talk one-on-one really quick? And I'm like, yeah, of course. So the other two roommates go inside, and this roommate, she tells me, look, my dog would never do that. I believe that you made all of this up. I don't think that my dog actually bit you. I think that you just did it to get out of watching her while I was gone. And I looked at her and I said, you're fucking joking, right? Like, I'm showing her my arms that are cut up and bitten and my hands. And I'm like, you're fucking joking, right? And she's like, well, now that I can like actually see the bites, like, I don't know for sure, but like, I still am not fully convinced.
No. That is where you make like the dog and gnaw on her arm Oh
No,
my God, that is where you go full Walking Dead mode and on that motherfucking fibula or whatever the fuck is in the arm.
I know.
I would have thrown this chick out of the window, even if it was a one-story house. Out. Oh my God.
I know. So I look at her and I go, you see all these bites and marks and scratches and shit all over my fucking arms, and you think, yeah, she definitely did that to herself. Like, what?
No.
And so I'm like, look, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, this dog is going to be rehomed. Like, we're not dealing with this. This conversation is over. Like, we're no longer like friends. We are coworkers and we are people that live together. Do not fucking talk to me ever again. I was like, this is ridiculous. And so I get to work the next day, and there are a couple people that are giving me some kind of weird looks, and I'm like, okay, like maybe I have something on my face. Didn't. Ends up being that she was telling people that I forced her to give her dog away for no reason. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is not true. So I tell my boss, and like this coworker, she is like literally, what's the fucking Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial? What's the word that it was? Like defamation?
Yeah. Oh my God. Wait, so HR is like actually like 2 seconds away from being involved. Wow. I thought that was kind of a joke at first. Okay. Wow.
So I told him, I was like, look, I don't think that this is appropriate. This is not an appropriate work situation. And he goes, you're absolutely right. Like, this is so like a personal matter that should not be brought into work at all. And I was like, thank you. So he talks to her. She, I guess, stops talking to people at work about it, which is awesome. But instead of making my life miserable at work, she decides to make my life miserable at home. So I'm talking, she doesn't flush the toilet after she goes to the bathroom. We share a bathroom.
Ew.
She doesn't rinse her hair out of the shower after she showers. She leaves her fucking gunky ass pimple patches on the wall of the shower. Like, all of this shit
I'm sorry. I would just like to take a moment to rescind anything I said about a mature 18-year-old. That is fucking insane. Oh my God, that is repulsive. What I would do is say, oopsies, I missed the toilet, and leave a big fucking dookie on her pillow and say, good night.
So basically, I'm living with my mommy and daddy again.
Honestly, that isn't as bad as living with this bitch. So
oh my God, no. And like I said, like my parents and I are so close. I love my parents so much.
Oh, they're
amazing.
Cute.
They're so supportive of me. Like, I came out as queer a few years ago, and like they were both pretty conservative and literally have like completely 180'd, like just so incredibly supportive of me and my lifestyle and my brother, and like just the best parents you could probably ask for. Like, I know you are really close with your mom as well. And like, it's kind of just one of those relationships where I can literally tell them anything. So very grateful for them. Very not grateful for that psycho bitch, Sally.
Yeah, I mean, really, fuck Sally. I mean,
Sally, dude.
I don't have any. I've never met a Sally I liked, to be quite honest. I've never met a Sally to begin with. So, I also just remember that was a fake name we gave her. So, anyways.
It is a fake name, yeah. It is a fake name. But like, regardless, like it fits.
Yeah, no, it fits somehow. I don't know where or how, but it does. Alrighty. No, literally, thank you so much, Jordan, for calling in. Of course. I am so sorry that this happened to you. I cannot believe that this happened. I might want to recommend you a therapist or a lawyer. I've already
had one. Like, we're good. I already got one.
Okay, amazing. You're doing great. Thank you so much, Jordan.
Of course. Have a great day, Chris. It was good talking to you.
Thank you. You too. And fuck your roommate. Wow. I've had wild roommate stories. I have never in my life been attacked like a dog like this. No, but for real, I have never in my life been attacked by a dog like that. That is crazy. That's not even the crazy part. The crazy part is like the doubling down and telling her, hey, I don't believe you. Like, I'm sorry. What part of this do you not believe, sister? Like, it's like Jesus showing the disciples his stigmata. It's like, nope, it's me, dog, it's me. Anyways, that's today's Bible reference. Thank you. Oh my God, and we have another call. Here we go. Let's pray to God it's not as brutal as that. Hello, and thank you for calling Unhinged. What's your name?
My name is Enchi. Can you hear me?
Hi, what was your name?
Enchi, like enchilada.
Now, what are you calling in about?
Okay, I do have an issue. Okay, so I'll try to give it to you fast.
Oh, God, I don't love when people tell me that. I like it slow and drawn out, baby.
Oh, my God. Okay, so I was introduced to a friend group, and it was really great. We were getting along super well. And I have a poly friend. And
I love the way you just said that, as if like you've been through some shit because of, you're like, and I have a poly friend.
Had.
Oh, okay, had. Okay, you had a poly friend. Mary had a poly friend whose fleece was white as snow.
Yeah. So anyways, her and her boyfriend had broken up, but they were still living together. I want to know if I'm in the wrong, okay? Because I do feel bad, but the boundaries are very unclear to me. So,
okay. Just to clarify really quick, you don't live with them, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so they live together, but they're broken up, but they're both polyamorous?
Correct.
Okay, got it. They're broken up, but roommates.
But roommates. And they were roommates.
I was going to say, bitch, and they were roommates. I'm glad that I'm not the only one experiencing mental rot at this point, but carry on. Okay,
so they're broken up, and I started talking to her boyfriend. Okay, keep in mind, she's not like my main friend in the friend group. I was introduced to the friend group from her friend.
Got it. No, I gathered that based off of how you introduced us to her and I had a friend who's poly. Like I heard it loud and clear.
Okay.
You're like, just checking. I wanted to clarify.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm not super close to this other girl. And the boundaries were very unclear. Like when they announced their breakup to the friend group, they're like, oh, it's just better this way. Like there's no hard feelings. Like it's cool because they're both going on dates with other people and both seeing other people. So I started talking to the ex-boyfriend. And so we went on one singular date.
Wait, oh my God. Wait. You were talking like talking.
Like texting every day, flirty, whatever.
Oh shit. And this is just, I know that you're not friends with like, no, sorry. Like, oh girl.
Okay.
I know that she's like not your main friend, but you guys like are in an established friend group.
Correct.
Do you guys hang out outside of the friend group? Like, have you like been in a smaller subgroup per se?
One time I paid her to dye my hair.
Okay. No, I'm not talking a business transaction. One-on-one. Okay. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I'm just getting in all the information because, oh, girl.
Okay,
so you go on one singular date.
Yeah. Okay. So we went on a date. We didn't even hook up or anything. Keep in mind, while I was chatting with the boyfriend, he had told me that like they were both seeing other people right now, and she had even hooked up with someone in the friend group earlier that same month.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is just so much nuance in this story. Holy shit. I feel like we're in Paris or something.
Yeah, it's wild. Anyways, so we went on a date, and then she basically got like upset with me and asked me to stop talking to him, which I respected because they were still living together. But I don't know. I feel like with the unclear boundaries and everything, I feel like I was not that bad. Like,
yeah,
am I wrong? Like,
you're wondering if you're like the asshole in this situation, essentially.
Yeah, am I the weird bitch?
Okay, there is a lot to break down here. I feel like if she is like fucking around with other people in the friend group, that would be the same as someone in the friend group fucking around with her ex is the main thing. So like, I get if you guys were close, I would say like girl code, friend code, like you don't go there. That's why when I first heard it, I was like, oh, Enchi, why my sweet little Enchi? But did she continue to see that roommate? Or not the roommate? Did she continue to see the friend in the group?
No.
Or was that just like a one
time? And he's a part of the friend group, so he's like still around. But they just like hooked up that one time, and that's like all I know about that.
Okay, I mean maybe the guy you hooked up with told her like, hey, you can't do that. Like that's not fair. And maybe that's why she said something, because like, isn't that exactly what you and him were doing is what she and the other friend were doing?
Well, they actually hooked up though. We didn't even hook up. We just went on a date. And,
yeah, you guys grabbed dinner.
It got a little romantic or whatever.
Did you guys kiss?
We didn't actually. Yeah, but we didn't actually do anything.
Okay, no, that's okay. And even if you had, girl, it's okay.
Insertion.
Not insertion, please. I mean, that is out of all of the words that Merriam-Webster herself made up, you picked insertion? Holy shit.
Yes, I feel like that's the line, right? Like,
I would like to hear our listeners' take on this. Be sure to comment or like leave a review or whatever. But I don't feel like you are the asshole if she was doing the same thing within the friend group. That to me feels like all is fair in love and friend groups. Like that.
Right.
Huh. I don't think you're the asshole. And I was worried for you there for a bit because I was like, oh, wow, I didn't think about this with live calls. I'm just going to have to tell people to their literal ear that they're an asshole. But no, I think you're in the clear.
I want to know.
No, I would tell you, trust. I think you're in the clear, though. Like, I think if it were to get serious, maybe that's like a conversation you have. But also, like, your only time one-on-one with this girl was a literal business transaction. Like, you have more Venmo requests from her than pictures with her. Like, that's not good. That's
oh my God.
I think you're in the clear. I feel like that's okay. You know, if that were someone that you cared about and respected, then I would be like, okay, that's not great for anybody, and she, including yourself. But I think you're not an asshole in this situation.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I mean, I kind of just consider her like friend of a friend, you know, like acquaintance that I do get along with, but not super close with.
I'm obsessed with you. You're like not even trying to be, but you are so funny in the way that you're describing this. Like, first of all, insertion. Second of all, and like I said, she's a friend of a friend, you know, an acquaintance. Fuck, you just buried her.
I'm fucked up. I promise I'm not fucked up. But like,
no, here's the thing. It's okay if you are. Pretty much everybody is at this point. If you're not fucked up, you're not having fun. So, I mean, go on and no, I guess you should respect what she says, but I don't think you're the asshole. So with that, you can carry on with your day.
Okay. Well, yeah, you two have a great day.
Thanks so much for calling in and sharing this little fun tidbit.
Yeah, of course. Okay, bye.
Bye. Thanks so much. Wow. I really can't believe I was about to tell her that she was really in the wrong, but I was ready. But I figure if they're all keeping it in the friend group, how is she the asshole, you know? Oh, we're getting a call. Hello, and thank you for calling Unhinged with Chris Klemens. What's up? Okay, and there isn't a call. Oh, there's nothing like the rush of live theater. Oh, it's such a rush. Oh my gosh. All right, we're getting another call. Hello, thank you for calling Unhinged with Chris Klemens.
Are you actually answering right now?
Yes, I'm recording an episode of Unhinged. What's up?
Oh my gosh, I never thought that this day would ever happen.
Well, baby girl, it is here and now, so get excited.
Sorry, of course my dog decides to bark as soon as we're on the phone.
No worries. What's up? What are you calling about?
So I have a crazy story, I guess, to share is what I'll share on this phone call.
Okay.
Okay, so when I was in college, I got to study abroad in South Africa, which, you know, a dream. And they tell you the one thing to, like, not do when you study abroad is to, you know, start dating someone that you're stuck in, like, another country with for 4 months.
Oh, girl,
so,
no. I can already tell you that this is... Okay, anyways.
So, of course, that's exactly what I did.
Oh, my God.
But listen, we go to the same school, so we're going to come back to the States together, right? I don't know. That's in my head. But the whole time, so we're, like, getting close. We're hooking up and, like, on the beach in Cape Town. It's a dream. Then he starts talking about being in love with me, our futures, this and that. But
at what point
also,
of the
like,
6-month study abroad extravaganza was this conversation of like talking about the future?
Maybe like month, like 1 or 2.
Okay, so this was like a connection. This wasn't just like well, I guess we're here, might as well be fucking.
Oh, yeah, except for the fact that, he wasn't ready to, like, commit and, like, have a girlfriend.
Ooh,
but he
no,
was
hard,
planning our wedding.
fat, erect ick. No, I'm sorry, you can't be talking about a life together and then not even be like, yeah, girlfriend.
Yeah, it gets worse.
I somehow had an inkling.
So, my dumbass is like, no, it's like totally okay. Like, it's fine. Like, we'll get there at some point. So we come home from South Africa for the summer. He comes and visits me for a weekend and like stays at my place. And then we have this great idea that I'm going to come visit him because he lives in NorCal. I live in SoCal. So I'm going to fly to NorCal for 4th of July and meet his whole fucking family.
Oh, wait. Like,
but we're still not
wait. When you say whole fucking family, is it like immediate family or like the family TM? Like brother, sister, mom, dad, like childhood best friends, like grandma and grandpa. Wow. Yeah. Okay, got it. So like, yeah, the princess is coming to town. You got the treatment.
Yes.
Oof.
So I go there and still isn't ready to be boyfriend and girlfriend, even though I did just meet the entire family.
Wait, he's still in non-committal mode?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then he also asked me,
shut it
hey,
down.
my ex-girlfriend wants to meet for coffee.
No!
Like, would you be okay if I did that?
No. On the tour of the town, I don't need to meet the suitors of Christmas past. No fucking way.
Yeah. So long story short, he ended up, also missed thing here. We did go to Christian college. So
not that little excerpt you took out. Oh my God, of course it's fucking Christian school.
Yeah. So then
he buried the fucking lead.
He broke up with me, even though like we weren't actually together, according to him. His breakup excuse was, I just feel like the devil's really like attacking us right now, and like God just like isn't calling me to like be in this and la la la. And I was like,
no,
hey, what the fuck?
That's homosexuality knocking on his downstairs. Like, this is so bad. Okay, anyways.
Well, also that you speak of that, he did oftentimes talk about men's abs and zoom in on pictures of like men's bodies while we were together.
I knew it. There is no way any like Catholic man who's talking about the devil isn't gay or on the LGBT alphabet, like that is, oh my God. I'm sorry. I have a theory and I stand by it. Any man who's like a man of faith, quote unquote, who talks about the devil, I'm telling you, they are in the closet in some degree. Yeah. I'm telling you. It's a theory I have, and I really believe it.
Oh, I agree with you wholeheartedly. So the next year, I obviously fell into like the deepest depression of my life. Wasn't just because of him. But then I met my now husband, and he is still alone. He got uglier. He just like
it's the devil.
Like a little,
I'm telling you.
He looks like a little rat boy who's all on his own, and I'm married, just graduated with a master's degree, and he's just like living with a bunch of friends in Pasadena. So,
not to blow his spot up. Did you invite him to your wedding?
Hell no, but he tried reaching out to me at some point, being like, I just like hope you're doing well, and just like wanted to like reach out and like apologize and la la la. And I was like, bitch.
You should have just been like, pray on it, bitch.
He has a tattoo shop in Pasadena.
Oh, God. Okay. Note to self, never get a tattoo in Pasadena.
Yeah, never get a tattoo at...
No. We're not going to put this place on blast. Come on. We have decorum here on Unhinged.
Do we on Unhinged? Do we?
Shh. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, wow. Thank you for calling in about this little religious tale. Much more interesting than the Bible.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
10 out of 10. Well, I think you should have invited him to your wedding. If he like gave you the invite to come meet his ex on the hometown visit, that feels only correct to reciprocate.
That's fair. Also, I did let him give me a tattoo while we were dating, and I did have to pay to get it covered up later. So.
Oof. Okay. You should have gone to him to get it covered up.
Yeah, but I didn't.
No, that would have just made it bigger. It was just a dumb joke. Anyways. Well, this is a great note to end on. Thank you so much for sharing your past trauma with us.
Of course. My trauma is your trauma. I would gladly share it any day.
That's so beautiful. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
For me and Glenn.
Bye. Wow. That last story can be filed under The Audacity of Men, the never-ending saga. That is just bizarro, bitch. The fuck? Like, what? I don't know why I burped so forcefully into the microphone, but I just can't wrap my little head around that. That really just doesn't feel right. I don't know. That, I'm telling you, he's a gay man. That is a gay man. That is a gay man. Although, yeah, that's a gay man. Sorry. It just is. Anyways, that feels like a nice, sweet spot to end on. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this new episode of Unhinged with Chris Klemens. I'm figuring out the whole delay and everything. So if this felt like a fever dream, we're working on it. If there's any constructive criticism, emphasis on constructive. Okay, be Bob the Builder, be constructive. I'm open to it, love it. You can comment it on the videos if you have any feedback. We're always a work in progress, and I am truly so excited about this. I just love hearing about y'all's life. I really think is what it is. Y'all are insane. Y'all are insane. Anyways, like I said, be sure to subscribe to Unhinged with Chris Klemens wherever you get your podcast. Video episodes are up on youtube.com/@unhinged. I'm about to go through some voicemails we have here on the after show on patreon.com/Chris Klemens. And I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to rate and review, and I'll see you later.